Tonight on CTV, with cyber attacks on the rise, the new secondary authentication you'll be required to use when logging into Microsoft suites.
Then, school's back, but not all the teachers are. Learn about the lack of paraprofessionals in the Poudre School District and the latest on Dean Hayes' retirement.
That and more here on CTV.
Good evening, I'm Weston Hubbard.
And I'm Kenneth Frederick. Starting next month, secondary authentication will be required for many university services, such as email and Microsoft Teams. And this isn't something you'll be able to skip out on either. Cybersecurity has been an issue that only seems to be getting worse with time. The FBI stated that since the start of COVID, cybercrime has risen by 300%. A study by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers says that 70% of college students have either been affected by or know someone affected by a cybercrime, like identity theft or ransomware. When explaining the importance of two-factor authentication, Kelly Poudre, CSU's information security specialist, talked about students at this university 2 years ago and how they were the victims of a cyber attack.
Attackers went after people who were getting their financial aid refunds back and changed who the refund was going to.
Seeing the need for upgraded security, CSU will be requiring all students, faculty, and staff to start using their two-factor authentication system, Duo, starting on October 4th. Poudre said that since the early rollout in June, she's already seen a significant drop in cyber attacks, even with only a little over a third of students currently registered.
And the number of phishing attempts, and I've already started to see a decrease even since the June rollout where we put it in front of our email. So we've already started to see that decrease in the number of phishing attempts go down quite dramatically.
Everyone at CSU will have to use the new system for services ranging from Canvas to the Office 360 portal. Basically, anything you use your university email to access. If you would like to register ahead of the October 4th due date, Duo is located on both the App Store and Google Play Store. I actually signed up over the summer when it came out in June.
I don't know why I've had it for forever, but I've been using it and it's actually super secure and I'm kind of glad that I have it. It makes me feel like I can trust what's going on inside the school system, so.
Yeah, no, that's actually really interesting. You use it for other things.
Oh, 100%. It's not a dynamic duo like you and I, though. Following our story last week of Larimer County fighting against Resurrection Christian School's refusal of COVID protocols, Resurrection has now mandated masks for students from 6th to 12th grade. This mandate comes following the school attempting to fight the district's COVID policies, even threatening to have a lawsuit against the county for violating the private school's choices. With this new mandate, the school has not mandated masks for students from K through 5th grade, while others providing options for students and parents who do not wish to follow the mandate, such as a religious or medical exemption. Larimer County has yet to respond to the school's decision.
Voting efficacy has always been an important topic for the ASCSU, and now they're talking about adopting a new system for voting. With the creation of Resolution 5102, the ASCSU may endorse and continue to work on creating a ranked voting choice system for their executive elections. Ranked choice voting is where voters are asked to rank their candidates from first choice to last. If a candidate has more than 50% of the vote, they are declared the winner. And if no one outright has half of the vote, then the candidate with the least amount of first place votes will be eliminated, and the votes that went to them will be split among the voters' second best choice. Chief Jasper Sloss said that the new system would lead to a more democratic campaign cycle starting next year.
But it offers more power back to the voters, and it encourages candidates to appeal to everyone instead of small portions. So,
the resolution was not voted on last night, but was moved back to committee to be worked on. We will continue to keep you updated on your student government as more news occurs.
Just because school is back in session doesn't mean all the teaching staff are as well. You may have noticed the lack of school buses right now driving around Fort Collins, and if you have, that's not a coincidence. Poudre School Districts right now is lacking paraprofessionals and is looking to fill those positions as fast as possible. You may be asking, what is a paraprofessional? Understood.org defines the job as, quote, paraprofessionals provide instructional behavior and other support to students in and outside of the classroom. Talking in a CBS News interview, Madeline Noblet, the executive director of communications for Poudre School Districts, said, quote, "We are very fortunate to start the year with all teaching positions filled. That being said, we have struggled to fill other positions across the district," end quote. The lack of paraprofessionals affects all the jobs around the district, from bus drivers to teachers' aides. And in turn, that means that educators and their students get more struggles than they hoped for. CTV reached out for a statement from Alex Ballou, the communications and social media specialist for Poudre School Districts. Alex's response was, quote, "Poudre School District is looking to hire multiple positions, including paraprofessionals, child nutrition team members, bus operators, substitutes, and many more. The district has paraprofessional vacancies this year and more than previous years." With an already crazy year due to COVID protocols, Poudre School Districts just cannot seem to catch a break. For the sake of the students, educators, and all staff who are affected by the lack of paraprofessionals, this situation will hopefully be fixed soon. Hopefully the school district is able to find more paraprofessionals to help with all of that is going on.
Sanctuary on the Green is a controversial development in northwest Fort Collins that has now gone through 3 plans. The third and newest plan has toned down its scale of the project. Developers wanted 261 units originally, but conceded to build 216 after heavy backlash from neighbors. They took issue with the amount of 3-story buildings and absolutely detested the planned condos. Well, the condos have been taken out and the 3-story buildings have been shrunk down to 2 stories in the areas facing Taft Hill Road. Without the unit capacity of the condos, the new plan won't have to go through a planning and zoning review. The development proposal will still have to pass code and go through a public hearing.
Stick around, Rams, because Morgan Gardner has the latest on the weather.
That's here on CTV Channel 11.
Welcome back from the break, Rams.
We hope you enjoyed the break.
If you find yourself a lover of the great outdoors, your pockets may be feeling a little bit lighter. Larimer County has slightly increased the fees for land and open space users after a unanimous vote occurred on Tuesday night. Rates for a day pass, annual pass, and camping permits will all raise by 10%, while Devil's Backbone open space will now require a $10 entry fee as opposed to it previously being free to the public. The fee is to increase to help with the funds that are anticipated with population growth, according to Dalen Figgs, the Larimer County Department of Natural Resources Director.
Low-risk cases have been tricky situations for adult protective services. They can be even more tough when there aren't any findings of mistreatment. But now, thanks to Colorado Bill 21-118, APS is able to have flexibility and a more tailored approach in those cases. The law makes Larimer County one of 15 counties able to participate in the new pilot program. The program gives APS a better opportunity to, quote, connect with clients and their families in an individual manner that feels more like a partnership, end quote. This will go into effect next year, starting in July.
Who remembers 2014? It was quite the year of many moments. Bay was a popular word. Kimye was blowing up. But most importantly for CSU, Dean Hayes joined the Warner College of Natural Resources. And now, in 2021, Dean Hayes has announced his retirement from CSU at the end of the academic year, ending in 2022. CSU source said early in his time at CSU, Hayes led the college community through an engaging process to develop a strategic plan. In it, he emphasized a vision for building the college's impacts and capacity and codified a commitment to diversifying a field of natural resources, ensuring the college fosters an inclusive environment. Well wishes to Dean Hayes in his next exciting chapter of his life.
City Council will be having its first of 2 public hearings on their annual city budget next Tuesday. Residents are encouraged to come and voice their opinion. The budget this year is increasing by over $20 million, totaling a little under $545 million for the 2022 year. Notable inclusions for next year's budget include a community center in southeast Fort Collins, Oak Street Plaza improvements, electric buses, and apparently some much-needed optimization for traffic signal timings. If you can't make it to next week's meeting, you can catch the second hearing of the budget on October 5th.
The city of Fort Collins is now seeking new volunteer members to serve on its 25 volunteers board, which main purpose is to serve to inform the city council about all things from air control to housing. These positions include 1, 2, and 4-year terms to fill. If you're not filling a vacant position as of right now, you would expect to be on the board at the beginning of January of 2022. For more information, you can go to fcgov.com/cityclerk/boards. Well, Rams, that is all the time we have for you tonight.
But stick around for the latest on sports with Cameron Evig.
And later on, we got the best in entertainment with my man Tom Isaacson here on CTV.